Alright guys, let's talk about the three main things that Tripadvisor is doing to get more than 170 million in monthly organic traffic. But before we do that, I just quickly want to announce that this is the last week that I'll be running a 20% early bird discount in my course. So if you've been thinking about getting it, now is the time to do it. So let's talk about Tripadvisor, guys. If we quickly take a look at this overview here, we're going to see that they have more than 170 million in monthly organic traffic. Absolutely crazy numbers, a very high domain rating and an insanely high Ahrefs rank. We'll be talking about how they got this domain rating a little bit later. So the first thing I want to do is I want to take a look at the top subfolders. The only thing is that Tripadvisor actually doesn't have very SEO friendly URLs, and as a result it's quite difficult to break down these URLs with you guys. The important thing here, guys, is that there's three main sections that's bringing them most of this traffic. So they have their restaurant section, their attractions section, and their hotel section. And I'll be doing a breakdown of just the restaurant section, even though what I'm going to be covering also applies to all the different sections of their website. The first thing I want to talk about is the pages that you would expect Tripadvisor to have and how they're building it, how they're structuring all of this content on their website. So again, we're going to be talking specifically about restaurants, and we're going to start off with this main page that you will definitely expect Tripadvisor to have, that restaurants in whatever city. We're going to be using Barcelona here as an example. So as you guys can imagine, pretty basic H1 here for the main title with that main keyword, and then a bunch of smaller headings throughout, a bunch of different options that you can browse through, a lot of data on this page. But the interesting thing is that they go a level deeper, right? So this menu on the side is basically taking us to a bunch of different pages that Tripadvisor has for specific keywords, right? So if we're looking for breakfast restaurants in Barcelona, we have that page. If we're looking for brunch, I actually have it open right here. We have a page for brunch, again, with that very same structure that's doing so well for Tripadvisor. But it's not only the specific type of meal, it's also the specific cuisine, the dishes. So here's an example right here, Mediterranean restaurants as well. And they also have pages built for your budget, right? So Barcelona cheap eats. So these guys are building an incredible amount of pages. And so they actually go a level deeper, as we'd expect, because they also have a specific page per restaurant that's listed on their website. And again, this is something quite basic, but the powerful thing here is if I look up this specific restaurant on Google, we're going to see that Tripadvisor is coming up as a second result. This is super powerful, guys. Think about the amount of restaurants, hotels, attractions that Tripadvisor has in their database that they're talking about, right? And the powerful thing here is that there's going to be a lot of little restaurants that don't have a website or don't have a website that's very up to date. And so Tripadvisor is taking advantage of this by having a landing page, having something that's up to date that also takes reviews. And so it can often be a better resource than the actual website of the restaurant itself. But that's something that I expected to see. Nothing crazy here. Again, they're doing this very well. I also just want to quickly add these little breadcrumbs, just show you the different levels of pages that Tripadvisor has built. Again, we can see a full page for exploring the province of Barcelona. So many pages that these guys are building and working with and making sure that they're perfectly SEO optimized. But let's take this a level deeper, right? What I now want to show you guys is I want to go into the organic keyword section and I want to add in a little filter here. I'm going to add in things to, and what I want to find is the specific keyword things to do in X city, right? So we're going to see right away they're taking over this specific keyword. Right off the bat, guys, things to do, just that simple keyword, they're ranking number one, which is already crazy enough. But if we scroll down, we're going to see a pretty clear pattern here all the way down a bunch of different cities. Again, I'm only targeting the US right now, but these guys are absolutely everywhere. I've tried this specific keyword for a bunch of random towns with like 20,000 people in Spain, and they're still coming up. These guys are absolutely everywhere. And so if we click into this specific landing page, we're going to see that it's a completely different landing page than we're used to on Tripadvisor. It almost looks a little bit like the design that Airbnb has on their website. And again, we're going to see the on page also makes a lot of sense. There's an H1 here, I believe. And then with that main keyword, things to do in Las Vegas, and then top attractions, also a related and very relevant keyword. And then obviously a lot of data that they're providing. And if we think about it, guys, this is actually a perfect keyword that Tripadvisor is targeting. It is very relevant, not only to their users, right? That person that is brand new to a specific place and doesn't really know what to do. Well, Tripadvisor actually has a massive database of hotels, restaurant, attractions, tours, right? All these different things that fit perfectly for this specific landing page. So this specific landing page is a perfect example of the application of your business, right? All that data that Tripadvisor is collecting, they present it very well on this page for this specific keyword, and it works very, very well. The last thing I want to talk about, guys, is I want to go back to that domain rating, that crazy Ahrefs rank. How the hell are they ranked 117th in the Ahrefs rank? Well, if we actually take a look at the top content here, and I'm going to filter this by referring domains, we're going to see that the pages that get the most amount of links are often going to be very popular attractions or pages. Best beaches in the United States, that's a perfect example. A specific castle in Austin, but mostly there's going to be a lot of famous attractions, famous places that are going to be getting a lot of links. This makes a lot of sense, and this is something that we were definitely expecting. But in my opinion, I think there's something that takes their link building to the next level, and that's their use of widgets. So on Tripadvisor, there's a bunch of different widgets that you can add to your website to show that you're being rated well on Tripadvisor, or to show the specific page and all the data that you have on Tripadvisor. So this is something that they push a decent amount, but actually it makes a lot of sense for a lot of these restaurant owners, right? They're quite incentivized to show people the proof of how well people are rating them on Tripadvisor, all the different comments and all the different things that are happening on Tripadvisor. So Tripadvisor has all of this data that is actually of great value to those restaurant owners and hotel owners. And we can actually see a couple examples here. Here's a brunch place in Barcelona. They have this little widget down here. If we open this up, it is a do follow link. As we can see right here, we don't see any no follow anywhere. And another example is this right here. And this is the cherry on top, guys. This traveler's choice for Tripadvisor. This is something that they do every year, right? They have the best of the best. So they'll have a traveler's choice for the best beaches, best destinations, hotels, restaurants. And so when you get on one of these lists, again, you're going to be very incentivized to share that you've made it to the top of the best fine dining restaurants, for example, in Tripadvisor. And there's a bunch of different categories for this as well. Everyday eats, for example. So just that extra level of incentive to get that backlink back to Tripadvisor. They're doing this super well. This is something that we should be thinking about for our website. Is there some type of mechanism that we can build to have our link building work for us instead of us pushing very hard through cold emails? If you guys want me to teach you SEO from scratch, check the link in the description for my course. I'm going to be getting rid of that 20% discount starting on October 1st. And if you want to see more SEO strategy breakdowns like this one, check out this playlist right here. Lots of incredible SEO insights in some of these videos. Thanks for sticking till the end, guys. I'll see you in the next one.